Hey, what's up, trader? This is Dave FX Hunter. Welcome to the weekly Forex forecast. So, this is S&P 500, and it looks very good for me, especially after the FOMC when I think we are seeing overall on the markets that the markets are changing. There is a lot of reversals. So, what we have seen here in the past, basically the price was dropping. While on this drop, the banks has been accumulating longs positions, right? These longs they disappeared since the last 2 weeks, but I think it was just because maybe the fear of the FOMC results. But right now we are seeing that basically the price is moving higher, and we actually don't have the data for this. Period, right? So this is not included in the FOMC, and as I'm seeing the price is actually breaking through this structure, I think that there will be a lot of longs right now. So where we are going, I don't want I don't want to call it yet for the all-time highs, but I like these two equal highs where most likely some funds or even the traders who probably shorted this low. So those who had these long-term targets and been expecting big longs, they're gonna have stop losses in here. So this is nice liquidity as we breaking through this short-term daily trend. I'm thinking the price will go up higher as well. What I really like on this chart is if we look to the weekly chart and we hide all these drawings, look at this weekly candle, right? Let me hide as well this COT. Look at this weekly candle. It's a quite big candle. We have not seen such a candle maybe last time here on after this corona drop, right? So that's quite huge because they actually raised the interest rates just by 25 basic points. So it looks like uh they showing the Fed showing that they're doing something, but they're really not doing much to fight the inflation. And as well, the market's been expecting this, so it's good for the investors because they're getting what they've been told by the Fed Chairman Powell the weeks ago. Next one is oil. Oil dropped down to the weekly zone. We can see that the market makers actually dropped down the 20k of their longs positions, which overall the contracts, which actually been dropped from here down to here, right? So that's a quite a huge move. And what's going on right now? Hard to say. Basically, we had the reaction on this daily zone, so the old trends are still up, so it could go up. But for me to see to be really interested, I would like to see at least some break of some structure, right? Because right now the force still can be lower, so still can this be taken out. So oil, I'm not interested that much in it to trade it. This is the gold. Gold looks good, but right now I think as this inflation is still high, but the Fed is actually not didn't rise the interest rates too much. I think that the fear of all of this, maybe we will see the drop lower, right? Because probably on this pin bar and the break of this short-term trend line, many people most likely entered the longs, right? So we can see as well the drop total in the net 12k, which is quite huge. So I think that this can still drop slightly lower to clean out these latest lows, most likely as well this low, right? So here was as well the big breakout. So I think these levels will be good. Uh, these levels will be visited. So next one is the dollar. Dollar actually reacted in the past on the weekly zone. We had created this new daily order block, which actually priced the drop lower, and now we have these equal lows and this another order block, and I'm expecting the price to drop lower, right? If we look to the CODT data, we are seeing finally the big drop in the net positions, right? So we can see this big drop, uh, and we dropping below the 40k for the first time after maybe 1 year or something like that, right? So that's something what's looking really bearish for the dollar for me as well. The seasonality on the dollar most likely it reverse on the March, right? But other pairs will show us. So what is interesting for me in here is these two levels, these two lows, which I think will be interesting as a liquidity zone. So from this institutional zone, this where the institutions been trading, somewhere here looking for the entry. Of course, we can go to the 1 hour time frame, and if we look at it like this, and we want to find most precise entry, what I would like to see is this order block is quite a huge one, and here we have here. So I think just retracement. Let me clear this for you. So just retracement back to this level can bring the price down, right? Okay. So next one will be euro, I think. Yes, it's euro, and here is quite interesting manipulation, right? Of course, the big players knows that we are watching the COT data, and look what they did. So most traders who will be looking to the COT data, they will be my thinking, okay, so here is they had 242k longs, then they closed that, which is like a minus 40k drop. So euro is bearish, but it's actually not bearish. That's the tricks what they're doing. We must know where they've been doing it, right? So look at this. This is the weekly, and on this weekly zone, they actually added last time the 20k longs, right? So in here, they added 20k longs. Now we can see uh, here they added 20k longs, right? So they added 20k longs in here. That's this move, right? And the last report is actually this period. Let me show you from here to here. So what happened? I think that these positions has been closed just before the FOMC, right? So what happened in here is most likely that they had these 242k longs. They closed 40k here. Price dropped down back to this order block, and in here we are moving up higher, right? So what I'm thinking is that many people will be trading this trend line, and it will be broken, and easily we can go up, right? So not only the dollar or the euro, but many other pairs are actually in the very important zones, right? Because this is a pound, and it had reaction on this weekly. We breaking through this trend. We have this nice reaction in here, and the COT data as well. Again, it really doesn't look that much bullish, right? But what we have this weekly zone retraction, we don't have the data for this. What happened in here? Look, such a move which broke through the structure. So for me, in the technical perspective, it's definitely bullish, and the COT data it will comes later, right? Because we don't have the data for this. And that was really bullish move, because what was happening here, if you've been watching it on the FOMC, that was really a huge drop and then such big move up, right? So I think we are seeing the reversal on the many pairs, and they will be bullish against the dollar. This is Aussie JP Aussie, and this one is actually very bullish, and we still don't see it in the COT. I'm still repeating it, that there is a huge reducement of the shorts, right, from 115k to the 69, right? You can see last this week in this drop, in this particular move, actually the banks added 33k net positions to the net positions, right? So longs most likely, because they closed shorts, and they added some longs. That's resulting with this such positive number, and it's the biggest number in the 5 years, right? That's very bullish. And what's actually happening as well on this chart is very important, that we are seeing the break of this long-term weekly trend line. Go to the weekly chart and draw the trend line. You will see that. So we have this break, and as well, the Aussie is quite risk currency. So when we are seeing this happening on the Aussie, that's most likely a big sign that the reversal on the many other markets are coming. So what I'm gonna do here is first of all, I will set up my algos for the trading longs on this one, because I believe we can go quite much higher because this is really a huge change, right? This did not happen just to, and they reported the positions here. So they had such positions in here. this is not included in the data, so they were gonna have much more, right? So I will basically simply open some very small position with big stop loss, and I will be adding more. That one I will hold for a long time, but once we break through here, then it start, right? So definitely bullish on the Aussie, right? For the most more precise and exact entries, I will be looking later, because currently I don't know what's gonna happen after the market open. But overall, the bias is definitely bullish. USDCAD, I was quite some time thinking what's going on in here. Then I realized this is fucking distribution. Because if we go to the weekly, we can see that here is actually the weekly. Let me hide this. Here is actually the weekly nice institutional zone, which was tested a couple times, and now the price is dropping. And I wasn't able to see it in the COT data. Now I can see it finally. So they've been actually accumulating these shorts positions. Now they finally close these longs. So huge, huge, huge. And I believe this will continue down, right? If we as well look to the bigger time frame, actually we are looking to the weekly. So what we have here is actually wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and wave 5 will be down here, right? Okay, so this is definitely bearish. And um of course, I don't want to give any big financial advice or something like that, but I believe if you open some small positions and you will hold for a long term, you will see it will work definitely perfectly. So you can keep this position while you are actually trading for some more precise entry. So if we are speaking about a precise entry or some better entry, pull back into the zone. Then you can see here we have as well equal highs. Here's nice levels, which would, I think, will be visited as well. We have this weekly trend line which will be broken, and then perfectly long-term shorts is very possible, I think. This is USDJPY. USDJPY is a little bit delayed, but everything is coming too. So on this one, we can see that the banks added some longs, okay? Because why? Because the price was moving up, so of course they added longs. But look at this, they doubled on their shorts, right? So they're actually preparing for this reversal, and we are in this weekly zone, which starting in here, and the best level in which is on the 4 hours, which is this one. So it can still make some wipeout, but from here it will definitely fall off, and it's gonna be big sell off. So I'm actually I'm honest, I'm already in the position, and I'm quite in the not big drawdown in the terms of the pips, but in the percentage is still something around 1-2%. So yeah, I'm still waiting the price to come still a little bit higher, and I will add more positions to short, right? So yeah, the drawdown is not something like a 20-30%, so still fine to do that. Okay, and this is a Bitcoin, of course. So everything looks good for the Bitcoin too, but as said, many times I don't trade it same like a Forex. So we will might see some move higher, but I think the Bitcoin cannot move without visiting some liquidity zones below here, right? So let's see what's gonna be happening. If S&P 500 is going to make a new high, I believe the Bitcoin might go slightly higher without visiting this zone. But overall, I think some manipulation is needed before it happens. But of course, I can be wrong. All right, my friends. I wish you happy trading. Bye bye.